Welcome to another episode of The Hot Slice. I am creative director Josh Keown. Along with me, the editor-in-chief of Pizza Today, Jeremy White. What's up, Jeremy?
Hey, how's it going?
Going well, man. Going well. And I'm super excited about our guest today. He's a good friend of ours. He took me to my first Cubs game. Spoiled me. You and him took me to our first Cubs game. I was on the front row. I was like, I can't get any better than this. Mr. Billy Jacobs of Piece Pizza and Brewery in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, Bill is a good friend of ours and of Pizza Today and Pizza Expo. Always fun to talk to, always fun to hang out with. He, in a previous life, he had a bagel business that he sold, and then he opened Piece. And 20 years ago, he's coming up on his 20th anniversary, which, man, time goes by fast. I think it was about 12 or 13 years ago that you and I went and visited Piece for the first time and met Bill in person for the first time, and he just blew us away.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a huge spot, a great restaurant. They got growlers, they got a great brewery going on. Super successful. I mean, they're one unit, and they've been in our top Hot 100 for a long time. So to do that with one unit is pretty amazing.
It really is. And, Piece is the kind of place that COVID could have really, really put down, could have knocked out, because it's a large store with a lot of seats, heavy dining component, a bar. Thankfully, pizza delivers well. And Piece had always offered growler jugs for delivery. Mm-hmm. And during the pandemic, I think people probably drank a little bit more than in normal times as well. So that had to be helpful.
Right. Yeah. They already had a really good takeout. Piece Out. I think that's what they call their takeout.
Piece Out.
Yeah. Which is right next to Piece. So, which I always thought that was great. So they already had it down pat, and, they just did more of it. So
it's genius. Well, let's get Bill on. And, he's on vacation in Florida right now. So he graciously gave us some time in the sunshine. So let's get him on.
All right, Billy Jacobs.
Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide.
So, Bill, you are on vacation in Sarasota, Florida right now. You are not in Chicago.
That is correct. I had to get away, and fortunately for me, I've got great managers and a great staff who can get it done and allow me to be here.
Spring's always a little delayed in Chicago, so I guess, we probably can't expect you back until at least May, probably at this point, right?
Well, you know what? I did drive here with my dog, and I'm like watching the temperatures in Chicago. When they're starting to creep up, I'm going to go.
Right.
Not until then.
Yeah. Get that fake spring first. You got to get rid of, and then it's the real deal.
Exactly.
So what's going on in Chicago right now? Where do things stand with restaurant operations during the pandemic? Or how open are you at the moment?
Well, the city has a mandate for capacity in restaurants. It is 25% of your capacity up to 50 people. So the maximum you can have, or that we can have, is 50, and Piece is a large place with an occupancy of 230. Mm-hmm. So that's how it is, and we're happy to have that. We'll take it, and we anticipate it's going to get better as the data improves and more people get vaccinated, and we achieve that herd immunity.
Have you received any guidance on a time frame as to when you might be able to allow more people in than 50?
No. We watch the news. We know as much as you guys probably do.
Yeah.
It's tough. You have a lot of square footage. Like you said, Piece is a large restaurant. It was designed to have lots of bodies in there, right?
Exactly. The good news is, Piece is an established business. We're coming up on 20 years now, 20 years in July. So, we have a following. We've got a good reputation, fortunately. So we have that going for us, and we also have a very strong delivery and takeout business.
Yeah.
And you guys already had growlers going out the door before this all happened, right? So you guys were one of the first to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been doing that from almost day one. So, we did, to the point about beer, we're a brewery too. So we've won more awards at the World Beer Cup, Great American Beer Festival than any other brewery in Chicago. So, we've got a great reputation for our beer.
Did your growler delivery just explode and go through the roof when people could not go out and hit up bars?
Absolutely. I mean, what goes great with beer, great with pizza, great beer, right? So,
Right.
And everyone's at home. People want something good, and you guys know, and everyone in the pizza business knows that, we did probably better than most businesses in the pandemic because what? Pizza is affordable and it's portable and it's comfort food. So, great pizza, great beer, we got it to the people. We figured out how to do it safely. We looked at the data, we looked at what was in front of us, and, we tweaked operations as we went.
So I know some of the operators we've talked to, when they open up to 25%, or when the city said they could open up to 25%, they were like, it's still not worth it. We're going to stay shut down until we can get to 50 or 75%. Did that thought ever go through your head, or, to stay shut down, or as soon as you can get people in there, you're in there?
Absolutely. We're doing 50 people and the numbers are okay and they're helpful.
Okay.
And, we had to cut back on our labor and we have to be good operators. And we're doing a good job. But yeah, those numbers are important to us. But, there are other operations who don't have some of the things that we have, so, people have struggled, and I feel for them, and many businesses did go out. A lot of restaurants went out during this time.
What's your labor situation like? We keep hearing from pizzeria owners across the country who can't find people to work and need help and can't get it. What you had a large employee pool, so I'm going to assume that you did not have that issue.
No, we have brought almost all of our people back. One or two of them will still continue to collect unemployment in addition to the hours that they have. But most of our people came back, so we're lucky.
Yeah, definitely.
Our retention has been unique and a bit of an anomaly in the restaurant business. We still employ, I think, 5 people since we opened. So, we're very, very proud. It's one of the proudest things I can say about Piece is we've done a really fine job of employing people.
And what do you rack that up to? I mean, like, for if you're a pizzeria operator, like, what is it? Culture? Is it just a little bit of everything?
It's a little bit of everything. Treat people with dignity and respect. Give them a nice place and nice people to work for, and pay them.
And pay them. That helps.
Pay them well. Yeah, no one stays if they're not making money. And our success is tied to each other. This is a team thing. You guys have played ball. It takes everyone to make it happen to be a success, and that is, I really attribute that to my people, my team. So could not do it without them, and and we love each other. We take care of each other, and we've really figured out how to, create a family here.
Well said. Bill, you have a very unique product in your city. Chicago has a couple of different predominant styles that people think of when they think of Chicago, right? And then here you are with a New Haven style pizza. For those watching, listening, who are not from New Haven and may not really fully understand what a New Haven style pizza is, can you walk us through that?
Sure. Well, every pizza is hand formed. It's stretched out by hand, and many years ago, there's what I consider, what many people consider the very best pizzeria in the country in New Haven, which I grew up eating at Sally's Pizza on Worcester Street. Sally Piglio once said to me, say, hey, you don't throw it up, you don't roll it, you treat it with love and you pull it out. And his point was, don't beat up, don't destroy the gluten in that dough, pull it out by hand and top it carefully. It's our pizza is not like Chicago pizza, and New Haven pizza is not, because it's all about tasting the toppings and the cheese and the sauce and not piling on. So every pizza is individually topped. You don't want to put a lot of things on. You want to taste what you can eat. You hold it, you fold it. It's not big and floppy as a New York slice is. And it has a great chew and a great crunch. Hold it and fold it. No knife and fork. We discourage that. So go to our Instagram, see some more pictures. There's good. I do all the social. So
oh, you do all the social for Peace?
I do all the social.
Oh wow, that's amazing. It's
on vacation, so
I look at your social. I follow a Peace, and
it's fantastic.
It's fantastic. It's updated regularly. I thought you just may have had hired that out, so that's fantastic.
I love doing it. It keeps me engaged. Mm-hmm. And I love posting pictures of pizza and beer. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
But pizza great. In itself is so. When those pictures of pizza pop, I mean, they just resonate. Mm-hmm. And I just love it. I love connecting with our customers, and I love to, post their pictures to our stories and that sort of thing. So.
Josh, do you remember, it's probably been a dozen years ago, but I think it was the first time I had it. I think it was the first time you had mashed potatoes on pizza. And Bill's like, I'm going to make this for you. It's got mashed potatoes. And I'm like, oh God, I'm going to have to act like it's good, and I'm not going to like this. And then I couldn't even tell there were mashed potatoes on the pizza. It was fantastic. Yeah, and I could look Bill in the eye and say, this is good, and not lie to him.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
You think about it though, it's like, it's starchy. You wouldn't think it would work. It would work, but it does.
It does work. You're right. Now, is that still on your menu?
Oh yeah. Yeah, mashed potatoes and bacon. Who doesn't love mashed potato and bacon, right?
Right. Amen.
Nice
right.
hearty slice.
Oh, God.
So what are some of your big sellers right now? Did that over the pandemic, did that change any, or it was still kind of consistent?
The sales are pretty consistent. Chicago typically is a sausage town, but our experience is that our pepperoni moves really well. And pepperoni is probably our biggest seller. And here's a shout out to Darren Ezzo and Ezzo Sausage in Ohio, sells us his great pepperoni. He was in the other day, by the way, and he posted a beautiful picture of our pie with his pepperoni, which I posted. But back to your question, pepperoni, sausage, of course, sells. And of course, I don't know if you guys have that hot dog's atomic sausage, but next time you're in town, you need to come in and try, because Hot Dog is a buddy of mine. He had one of the great, hot dog encased meats emporium in the whole country, and it was in the Avondale neighborhood in Chicago, and he closed a bunch of years ago. Pissed off a lot of people. Now we go to Cubs games together, Hot Dog and I.
Nice.
Great guy. I want you to try it. It's really spicy. It's fantastic.
I would love it if it's spicy. And you still got that fantastic giardiniera too, right?
Of course. Another thing that is kind of, it's really popular in Chicago, giardiniera. Mm-hmm. I don't think giardiniera is like a Chicago thing, but.
I love it. So any rock stars been in lately? It seems like every time I'm around Peace, someone from Def Leppard or Foo Fighters just walked out.
The Foo Fighters. Well, of course, we've been closed, so
yeah.
But people pick up pies all the time, and a lot of the local musicians are getting pizza all the time. But we did this unique thing that I think you guys will appreciate, and we talk about marketing and for our industry. The performance venues have been shut down across the country. Big part of our cities and big part of our culture. And Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick, who's a business partner of mine, great guy, we've become very close, called me after he saw that we had given away 100 pizzas to restaurant workers out of work during the pandemic. We had a day in which we made 100 pies. People ordered them in advance, and we just gave them to them. And Rick said, "Man, I love that." And he said, "Can we do something, for the shuttered venues?"
Nice.
And I'm like, "Yeah, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a collaboration. You're going to get your buddy Sammy Hagar and you kick it off."
Nice.
Rick got Sammy Hagar, who's been to Peace, had our pizza on a number of occasions and loves it. And Sammy said, "Yeah." And then we gave from every pizza Sammy and Rick pizza sold, we gave $5 to an organization called Civil Chicago Independent Venue League. They advocate for the performance venues that have been closed by the pandemic.
Okay.
So we did that. And here's the person you'll recognize, the next person who did it. Oh, they did like a double sausage thing. It was really great. It was seriously popular. Then Martina Mcbride, who's not too far from you guys, I guess, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, but the country is pretty big there in Louisville, right?
Yeah, it is.
So Martina, who loves our pizza too, I sent her a message on Instagram. She said, "Yeah, I'm in. I'd love to do it," because these are musicians who want to give back. So
yeah.
And we just finished up with Steph Izard, who's a friend, and Steph won Top Chef and Iron Chef.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got great restaurants in Chicago: Girl on the Go, Little Go, Duck Duck Go, and Cabra. And Steph said, "Yeah, I'm in." She created this incredible roasted barbecue pork pizza that we just finished. And, over a couple of few weeks, we sold I got the note down, 618 of her pies.
Wow.
618 pies. Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Just in that pizza alone. So, so this is this is something that benefits this organization. People are giving back. Those who are creating the pizzas are doing something great. They're getting their name associated with this, and the organization is getting the promo that they deserve and money from this. So it's really a win-win situation. So really happy it's taken off. It's also gotten us some nice exposure in the media. So one of the challenges for us is to do our best to give back to the community. That is key, because it's essential to our mission.
Yeah.
And let people know that that's what we do. So.
And Peace. Oh, go ahead, Josh.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just speaking on the music theme while we were on that. If I'm not mistaken, Peace has live music in normal times. Is that correct?
On occasion, especially we would do live band karaoke, and we were just bringing it back before the pandemic hit after I don't know, 18-month hiatus or something like that, and people were just loving it and dying to get more of it. Did you guys ever see that when you're in? You go up there and sing with the band,
We were in, and we went to a Cubs game that night with you, but I believe that you had a musician scheduled to perform that night at Peace. I thought. I might be wrong about that.
We have had music, and Rick's performed there with his kids who are also musicians. We do it. We've got a small stage as you walk into the right raised area there that is our stage. I expect that we'll be doing more when we open, and certainly bringing back live band karaoke.
Excellent.
Maybe we get Rick and his kids to do the 20th anniversary celebration.
That sounds like a fun time. Maybe Rick sings a Sammy Hagar song karaoke style, and then maybe Sammy comes in and sings a Cheap Trick song karaoke style.
Foo Fighters in there.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Dave Grohl sings a Nirvana song.
Everyone's gonna be busting down the doors from all over, you know.
Give me a 6-hour head up, and I'll drive right up there.
Yeah, Josh and I hit the
6
road.
hours.
Just let us know.
Well, 6-hour head start, and we'll be right up there.
I'd love to see you guys do that.
Likewise, we need to hit a Cubs game, but I'll tell you, man, they're devastatingly bad this year. So
yeah, you might say that they suck.
You might. Oh man, Josh, do you have anything else?
I'm telling you, man, I'm like you guys. I love baseball. I love the Cubs. I love getting on a bike and just riding 7 minutes to the park. It's such a big part of my life, my Chicago experience. You know.
Yeah.
And you, well, you know, just briefly on sports, you got Andy Dalton now, so you're good to go for the football.
Yeah.
You can have I was a Bengals fan, so you could have my Andy Dalton. I'm just.
I mean, the Bears. It's like it's quarterback purgatory. You know, it's like. Seriously.
For such a legendary team.
Yeah.
Or, you know, franchise.
You could have had Watson. We end up with Trubisky, you know?
Yeah.
You know? And we haven't had a great quarterback since Luckman. You know, who are the great Bears quarterback? You think about Sid Luckman. And then you've got Eric Kramer, who put up some pretty good stats, and Jay Cutler put up
Rex Grossman.
Yeah, Cutler took you a little bit, right?
Absolutely. You know, the one thing about Cutler is that, you know, he pissed off a lot of people. He took a lot of shots, man. He had some bad lines.
Yeah.
He would go down, he'd get right up, he'd play, you know?
Yeah, he wasn't working with much.
I don't know. I hope sports improved in Chicago. They should for the Bears. I mean for the Bulls.
Yeah.
I got a story for you. So I'm wearing my Peace Bulls shirt. And I'm a Bulls fan and season ticket holder. And I had met Michael Reinsdorf once, and he had written something about being at peace when one of his pitchers was throwing a perfect game or no hitter, and he jumped into peace with his son. So he wrote a story about that. So we had connected on that. We met him one time, and a buddy of mine's a huge Bulls fan, an angry guy, and he sends off emails to Reinsdorf, who responds.
Really?
And yeah, and like a year ago, you know, prior to the pandemic, obviously, I shoot off an email to Michael Reinsdorf. I said, "Hey, Michael, want to come in and have pizza?" And he said, "Absolutely." So I had pizza. I got to sit down with Michael Reinsdorf, my buddy Jerry, and Chuck, and we shot the shit about basketball and everything. And he was a great guy. He just wanted to talk and hang out and have pizza and beer.
That's awesome.
Good pizza brings everybody in, man.
Yes, it does.
It unites everybody.
But and I don't know if that's unique to Chicago, but it's kind of my experience. You know, you could just like shoot people emails and they'll respond, you know. Of course it helps to have pizza and beer, right?
Right.
But he was all over it. He was really nice.
When you have one of the top pizzerias in the Windy City and some of the best beer in the Windy City, people respond to your emails.
I guess that does help. So, but he was great, and I thought you guys are big fans. You appreciate that sort of thing. So
that's awesome. Josh, do you have anything else for Bill before we let him?
I'm good. You know, it's
Florida sunshine.
Go enjoy your sunshine, Bill.
Thank you guys. It's great seeing you guys. And Jay, I will always tell people the story about the convention back in, was that 13?
Yeah.
Keynote, the best keynote was doing question and answer, not having to.
Hey, that's what you asked for. You said, "I would love to do it. I don't really want to give a speech. How about you interview me?" And I said, "I can do that."
It was fantastic.
It was a lot of fun. It really was.
Yeah. Well, miss you guys. I look forward to seeing you. Let's get together, see some baseball. Hopefully things will get better. We'll get out of this pandemic.
And we will see you. Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Hey,
good or bad, it's always a good time to go to Wrigley. See ya.
Bye-bye.